Hi everyone. This is Chris. His name is Chris. So this is Chris, and Chris works in an office. This is the building where Chris works. So Chris works in this office building. It has many floors, and downstairs there's a coffee shop here. Here's a coffee shop. And here's the entrance to the office building. So Chris works in this office building. So one morning, it's morning, the sun is coming up. So one morning, Chris goes to work. He goes to the office building and he goes inside. He takes the elevator upstairs to the floor where he works, and Chris goes to his office. So at 9 o'clock, at 9 a.m., Chris arrives at his office. Chris comes inside and he sits down at his desk. Here's Chris's desk, there's his chair, and Chris sits down here, and here's his computer. And Chris has lots of work. He has lots and lots of work to do. Many papers here. There's many papers here. So this is Chris's desk. Here's his computer. There's Chris at his desk. And he has lots of work to do. But Chris is very tired. He's yawning. He's covering his mouth. He's yawning because he's very tired. Why is Chris tired? Why is he so tired? Why is he tired? Because last night, Chris only slept for 1 hour. So last night, Chris slept for only 1 hour from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. So here's Chris sleeping in bed. But Chris only slept for 1 hour last night. Chris only slept for 1 hour last night, from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Why did Chris only sleep for 1 hour last night? I don't know. But now Chris is very tired. He's yawning and he wants to work, but he's too tired to work. So what will Chris do? Chris wants some coffee. So Chris thinks, if I drink some coffee, then I won't feel so tired. Then I can work. Then I can do all this work if I have some coffee. And Chris knows that downstairs there's a coffee shop. So Chris decides to go out and go downstairs, take the elevator downstairs, and go outside and go to the coffee shop downstairs. So Chris goes to the coffee shop, but the coffee shop is closed. He tries to open the door, but the door is locked. He can't open it. And he looks inside, but there's nobody inside. This coffee shop is closed, so Chris can't buy any coffee from there. So Chris decides to walk down the street and look for another coffee shop. So Chris walks down the street and eventually he finds at a corner here, he sees a Starbucks coffee shop. So here's a Starbucks. So Chris sees the Starbucks here and he goes inside the Starbucks. And in the Starbucks, he orders a tall cup of coffee like this. So Chris orders a tall cup of coffee, and the cup of coffee costs $3. So Chris pays $3 for the coffee. And then Chris adds milk and sugar to the coffee. So Chris puts milk and sugar. He adds sugar to the coffee. So Chris adds milk and sugar to the coffee and mixes it together. And then Chris takes his coffee. He takes his coffee and goes out with the coffee. And he walks back to the building. So he walks back to the building where he works, and he goes inside and he takes the elevator upstairs and goes back to his office. So Chris comes back to his office and he has the coffee now. So Chris drinks the coffee at his desk. He drinks the coffee, and now Chris feels more awake after he drank that coffee. So now Chris can work. So now Chris does his work because he feels more awake. So this is Chris. His name is Chris, and Chris works at an office. Here's his office. It's in an office building. The office building has a coffee shop on the ground floor downstairs. There's a coffee shop, and one morning Chris goes to work, and Chris arrives at his office at 9 o'clock in the morning, but Chris is very tired. He's yawning, he's very tired. He has lots of work, but he is too tired to work. Why is Chris so tired? Because last night he only slept for 1 hour. He only slept from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. So last night, Chris only slept from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. He only slept for 1 hour. So now Chris is very tired. So Chris thinks, if I drink some coffee, if I have some coffee, then I won't feel so tired. Then I can do this work. So Chris remembers downstairs there's a coffee shop. So he leaves his office, he takes the elevator downstairs and goes out and goes to the coffee shop. But this coffee shop is closed. He tries to open the door, but he can't open it. And he looks inside, there's no one inside. So this coffee shop is closed. So Chris can't buy coffee there. So Chris walks down the street and he looks for another coffee shop. Eventually, he sees at this corner, he sees a Starbucks. So Chris goes into the Starbucks and he orders a coffee. He orders a tall coffee. This coffee costs $3. So he pays $3 for the coffee, and he adds milk to the coffee and he adds sugar to the coffee. Then he stirs it together and he takes his coffee and leaves the Starbucks and walks back to the building where he works. He goes inside, he takes the elevator upstairs and goes back to his office. Then he drinks the coffee and he feels more awake, and now he feels ready to work. So now he does all this work.